The test for gases. Several of the tests for anions and cations involve detecting gases produced by the test reactions. The gas tests are another important set of general analytical tests. Several of the tests for anions and cations involve detecting gases produced by the test reactions. For example, for anion carbonate, CO2 is detected as produced. For a cation, for example, for ammonium, an H3 gas is detected as produced. Ammonia and H3. Color and smell, colorless, pungent smell. We test the presence of ammonia using red litmus paper. Then the result is the red litmus paper turns blue. Carbon dioxide, CO2, color, no color, smell, odorless. The test bubble gas through lime water or calcium hydroxide solution. The result is white PPT of calcium carbonate CaCO3. The reaction between CO2 gas and calcium hydroxide to produce CaCO3 solid, which is white PPT, and water. Here we have the CaCO3 solid or PPT. Chlorine or Cl2. Color, pale green. Smell, choking smell. The test, hold them litmus paper or indicator universal in gas. Then the result is the indicator paper is bleached white. Blue litmus will turn red first and then bleach. Sulfur dioxide, SO2. Colorless, pungent acidic smell. The test, add to a solution of or filter paper soaked in potassium manganate 7, KMnO4, which is purple in color. The result is the purple color of potassium manganate 7, KMnO4, changes to colorless. Hydrogen, H2, colorless, odorless. The test, hold a lighted splint in gas and then the result will burn with a squeaky pop sound. Oxygen, O2, colorless, odorless. Test, hold a glowing wooden splint in gas. The result, the splint relight. Methods of collecting gases. First, downward delivery is used to collect gases that are denser than air. Second, upward delivery is used for gases that are less dense than air. Third, collection over water is used for gases that are very soluble in water. The last, we use gas siring if we want to measure the volume of the gas. Methods of drying gas. Quite often, we need to produce a dry sample of gas. This is done by passing the gas through a drying agent. The commonest drying agent we use, the first is concentrated sulfuric acid that is used to dry all gas except ammonia, because ammonia is a base and sulfuric acid is an acid, so there will be a reaction to form salt. The second is anhydrous calcium chloride, CaCl2. For gases except ammonia, which forms a complex with calcium chloride. The third is calcium oxide, CaO, is used to dry ammonia and neutral gas. Here we have the figure. The first is concentrated sulfuric acid. So the gas we put into the bottle contain concentrated sulfuric acid, and then after that the gas out without water, because the water is absorbed by the concentrated sulfuric acid. The second, we use anhydrous calcium chloride, CaCl. Then the water will absorb by CaCl2 to form CaCl2 to H2O, or hydrated calcium chloride. At the test, when the gas, cation and anion, still there are two other useful general tests that we need to consider. The first is pH testing. The second is testing for the presence of water. pH testing to determine the acidity or alkalinity of a solution. We can use indicator papers such as litmus or universal indicator. Here the litmus, we have the red one and blue. When we have an acid, we put in blue, then the blue will turn to be red. When we have a base or alkaline, when we put in the red litmus, then will turn blue. So blue is for acid and red is used for testing base. Here we have universal indicator that not just show the base or acid, but also can determine the certain number of pH from 1 until 14. For acid, the pH is less than 7. For base, more than 7. And pH 7 is neutral. Testing for the presence of water. Not all neutral, colorless liquids are water. So how to determine that is water? The presence of water can be detected using anhydrous copper 2 sulfate, CuSO4, this one, or cobalt 2 chloride, this one. When we have CuSO4 anhydrous and there is water, the water will be absorbed by CuSO4 to form CuSO4 pentahydrate, which is blue in color. When we use cobalt 2 chloride, then after absorbing water will turn to red, from blue to be red.